Hello everyone, it's May Larson here, and today we're going to be creating a beautiful bow using DecoFun BowMaker. Now, if you don't already know, Want2Scrap is going to be carrying this awesome product, and you can go over to their website and purchase it now at www.want2scrap.com. Now, you've seen Michelle Pipeling and myself creating some fabulous bows utilizing this product. You've seen us use seam binding, as we both love. You've seen Michelle using a lot of the satins. I tend to use a lot of mixed ribbons. This is a May Art ribbon. This is another May Art ribbon. It's kind of shabby, wrinkled, distressed. You can also use lace. Seam binding, as I've already showed you. Sari yarn or any type of yarn. Fabric strips. I take a lot of these lacy fabrics and I cut them into strips and I use that. You can use seam binding to tie it off. You can also, another thing that I like to use is sari ribbon. I love sari ribbon. That is actually distress silk that's torn into strips, and you can use that as well. And for a tie back, you can either use like a twist tie or some type of a florist wire. I really don't like using this one. I prefer using like seam binding or yarn to tie it off. It's a lot more easier for me than twisting. Okay, so for the first bow that I'm going to be using or creating, I'm going to use this May Arts ribbon that's about, I think it's about 1.5 inches. And one of the things that you need to know about your BowMaker is that it comes with 2 rods. You can purchase additional rods and it'll be available at the Want2Scrap store, but right now what they do have available is the BowMaker itself. I typically use just the 2 rods because most of my bows are not, I don't require to move them around. Now for this bow, I did make it a little bit longer and wider, so I moved my rods around, but I typically use my rods a little closer. It has these 2 things here, and I call them headbands. They look like headbands. I don't know about you guys, but to me it looks like headbands. And it's really easy, flexible, and you can put it away, tuck it away. It's very lightweight, and it's such an awesome tool to have. If you're into shabby chic, if you're into creating any scrapbook layouts or cards or whatever, and you want to make a quick bow, this is the tool for you to have. It's very inexpensive and very, very easy to use. I've used other BowMakers and they are not even as close as this BowMaker. This BowMaker is awesome. Okay, so once you familiarize yourself with the rods and you've moved it to the position that you want it, you have, like I said, the 2 headbands in the middle. What you're going to do is with your left hand, you're going to take your ribbon, tuck it in between the 2 headbands. See that? Bring it to the front. Go around the rod. And you're going to go around the rod with, of course, this one to your right, back to the center of what I call the headbands. Around the rod. Have to go around the rod and back to the center, just like that. Then you're going to go back around the rod if you want. This is a double layered ribbon, so you're going to go, see, 1, 2, go back to the center. Can't forget, you have to always go around the rod and through the center. So now you're through the center, around the rod, back through the center. And that makes 2. 1, 2. And if you do a triple, say for instance you have this tail, and one's longer than the other. What I love about this is that you can carefully see that. Look at that. Adjust the length of your tails. See that? Now if you wanted to do 3, again you go back around the rod, through the center, back through, and I'm going to pull because I can see I'm short, and I'm carefully, look at that, look how easy that is. Go back through the center and make sure your 2 tails are even. Once you have that, you can push it all the way down you can take another piece of that same ribbon, which is what I always use. I don't use the twist ties because of my hands. It's kind of harder for me to twist. Then I'm going to move all this, move it over. You see how the two tails came and met the front? You're going to take the tie off, go up underneath. See that? Right here. You're going to tuck it underneath all that. Make sure it goes entirely through. Pull it in the back. So if I go this way, see that? It's in the back. And then you can bring it to the front. And you can tie it in the front. Just like so. You can do 2 knots, whatever you want. Then you can lift it up. You can adjust your bows. Like that. You can also take, your 2 ends. Say for instance, what I used to do when I used to do a lot of headbands for my nieces back in the, 80s and 90s. I would take my 2 ends and I would make like a little rose. I would tie it off and make it look like it was a little rose. Just like that. See that? And then you can take these 2 pieces and you can tie, like glue a little bit there, trim it, little bit of glue there, trim it, and then you have yourself a really cute, I'm going to straighten this out because I haven't glued it, a really cute bow. And these are really wonderful, like this big for a little girl's hair. You can also use these for wreaths, but you can't forget your shabby chic albums with Want2Scrap. So you can use these for anything, just about. Cards, albums, wreaths, whatever you want to do. So you can do that. Now if you want to do a 2-layered bow, what you're going to do is, I'm going to leave those 2 open just like that. You're going to take your other color that you're going to choose, and I'm going to choose this green May Arts ribbon. Trim it. Let's bring my BowMaker over here. Again, I'm going to start with my left, tuck it in between the 2 rods, go around this 1 rod, back through the center, around the rod, back through the center, around the rod, always back through the center, that's 2, around the rod, back through the center, that's 2 right there. Now this is the 3rd one, around the rod, center, around the rod, and bring it to the front. Adjust it if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this one. I need to tie it off. Now what you can do, you can bring this one, you could have, well, this one, you could have added this one to the back and tied it off, but I can see that these 2 are the same length, so let's do something else. So let's adjust this one, let's make a bow out of this one, and I'm going to make one that's smaller. I'll show you. Because we have to make the smaller to go on top to make a 2-layer bow. Alright, so let's do that. Lift it up. Okay, so you have that. Kind of big, huh? So you can move. Let's move a little bit closer. And that's a little bit closer. I'm going to use the same one so I'm not wasting ribbon here. I don't normally make my bows this big. I think that that size there is more like for wreaths or gifts. gift bags and things like that. I usually make them smaller. Okay, so let's start again. Start around, go around the rod through the center, around the rod, through the center, around, center, that's two loops, around, and we're going to do 3 loops back through the center, and around and to the front. Okay, so I'm going to adjust this just a little bit, trim it off, and then you can squinch it down, make sure you adjust that, and again, lift it up just a little bit, pull it towards the back, and you can bring it to the front if you want, and do it that way. Now if you wanted to do a 2-layered bow, we're going to bring this bow back. I'm going to take, see how I still had the 2 little strips here from when I tied this one off? I'm going to attach it here to the back. I'm going to take that one piece under, you see that, to the tail. I'm going to take the tail from that one, bring it to the front. And you could use wire. I just have a harder time with the wire. Sorry, ladies. It's really hard for me to tie it. And you can do that. Just like that. Or, and you can tie it that way. Make a little, let's pull it out. Now you have, and then you can do a little rosebud, like I said, I used to do those, see that? Now I can do that. Now that we've finished this one, adjust your little loops. And then take your 2 tails, see the little rosebud there, bring it to the back. And what I did is I would glue a little strip there, hold it a little bit, and then I'm going to trim that, and then I'm going to put a little bit more glue there. And I'm going to bring that other over. These are really cute, like I said, for gift baskets, for wreaths, because they're so big. So I gave it a cute little rosebud. If you straighten it out a little, cute little rosebud. See that? Straighten out my little tails here. Straighten those out, May. And do a good job of straightening out my tails. So there we go. And straighten those out. And then you have a really cute shabby chic bow that you can use for a gift, for a wreath, for any, or even a headband, for a little girl's headband. I know that sometimes when my daughters were little, I would make them little headbands. When my niece was little, I made her headbands. So this is a really cute, fun way of making a cute double-layered bow. Now, my favorite kind of bow, as you guys have seen me, is I take a piece of fabric and I fold it. Now this is the length, the longer length of the fabric. I fold it in half. Okay, just like that. this is just lacy, stretchy fabric. Now if you have your rotary cutter, you can get your little ruler out and do a quick cut where it's even. I just keep folding it like that. Cut out a strip. If you want to be precise, you can, because I know that's not even. I typically don't care about whether or not, because I just like my bows to be crazy and shabby. Alright, so let's bring that back out. And how I do my crazy bows is I take that, I'll take some seam binding, alright, okay, I kind of crinkle that up, and I take that piece of that lace or fabric. Oh, look at that, I cut it to fit. I take my sari yarn, join it together, and I take it and I wrap it around, bring it to the front, wrap it around once. Actually, I'm going to make this bow a little bit smaller. So let's move that, because I normally use either this one here, or that one. So I'm going to go to the second one. So it's on the second one. And I'm going to go to the front. Again, Want2Scrap loves to listen to their customers. They saw how much fun we have with this, and they're going to be offering it now. So one, center, around, center. And you notice I'm not worrying about whether or not those ends are straight. Around, center, and down. Pull that tight. Okay. And we can leave it that long. We can adjust it. Say for there. Trim it. Take one of these or all of them, whichever you want. And you can, I'm going to use two of the three. Combine them together, make it easier. Go to the center. And bring it in. Wrap it around. And tie your knot. I'm going to do 2 knots, however you want. Lift it, and there's your pretty, straighten it out. And you guys know, I like my bows to be really crazy. There is no rhyme or reason for them. They're really shabby. That's what it's all about. Making them shabby, making them fun, making them, you know, crazy. Okay, so there you have that crazy bow, as I call it, my crazy bows, my crazy, crazy, crazy bows. Straighten out your tails. Straighten that out, and there you go. You have an awesome shabby chic bow. I'll leave that there because I can use that for a project. Now, say if you want to make a smaller one. Okay, say you want to make some that's about that size. You don't have all the rods. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. I don't make them too small. I don't typically use anything that small ever. But I know Michelle does. So I'm just going to work with the seam binding. And you're going to go around it. There's to the front, see that? Again, around, that's 1, That's 2, right? That's 2 loops on each one. And we can adjust it and cut off the extra here. See that? I'm going to turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. So you have crisscross applesauce, right? Lift up underneath, tuck it underneath all that, pull it to the back, I can't do little small ones, ladies, and I'm doing this for you guys. I really am. Okay. Me and small things do not get along. That's just how my hands function. But you can adjust it. You see that? I got it. I got it. I have a hard time gripping it when it's small. But I make it work. And you can lift it up and adjust it. However you want. And I always like my little strips to hang out like that. I don't know why, I just do. I think it makes it even cuter and shabbier. You know? Adjust it, adjust it. Trim these off if you want. That to me is not shabby enough. You know me. Alright, so you have your 2 little tails. You can trim this one off a little. I like having it. I don't know why, I do like having those tails in between. It makes it unique. Alright. And there you have a little cute smaller version of a bow and you can trim that off a little bit more if you want. If it bothers you. Puff out your tails or your loops. Make it really cute and shabby. I just put the little loops. Make it cute and shabby. And then there you go. A cute little bow. Okay, so that is how easy it is to use this bow maker, and it's now available at the Want2Scrap store, so be sure to stop by there, pick it up. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you need extra accessories, let Michelle know, and I know that she's going to be looking at maybe carrying the extra accessories, but you can create any ribbon or any bow utilizing ribbon, laces, fabric, as you saw me using this bow maker, and it's so fun, it's so easy, and it's truly really quick. Anyway, ladies, until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye bye.